Why is living in Round Rock, Texas, or if you're planning to move to Round Rock, Texas in 2024, going to be the best decision you ever made? I can say it in one word: Samsung. Now, a little backstory here. In Taylor, Texas, Samsung is building the largest semiconductor facility here in America. Now, because of this, all these other suppliers that are going to support Samsung plan on moving in as well. And everyone was thinking that Hutto, Texas, which they're neighboring places now, their neighboring cities, was the next logical place because of proximity wise. But Round Rock has been chosen by one major supplier of Samsung as its U.S. headquarters. Let me show you what I mean. Now, this article was written in January of this year, 2024, and the headline reads, Samsung supplier chooses Round Rock as U.S. headquarters. Let's read a little bit of this. Let's read the overview. MSS International, a supplier of gas sensor and piping to Samsung's semiconductor supply chain, recently purchased office space at 3000 Joe DiMaggio Boulevard in Round Rock. It remains unclear when the company will begin operating. Meanwhile, Samsung's Taylor plant is expected to be fully operational by 2025. Now, MSS International President Min Jung Kim said in a news release that the company chose Round Rock because it is a very business-friendly environment while providing close proximity to the major economic centers of activity in the greater Austin area. What else? Dave Porter, executive director of Williamson County Economic Development Partnership, was part of a delegation of Williamson County officials to visit Samsung in South Korea in April. He said the company told the group of government and economic development leaders that roughly 150 more suppliers will be needed within an hour's distance from the Samsung Taylor site. That is super key here. 150 more suppliers will be needed within an hour's distance from Samsung's Taylor site. Now, if you're an investor, that should be a light bulb in your ears of the opportunity here in Round Rock and the surrounding areas. If you're a home buyer, right now, because this is breaking news, right now, there are still affordable housing that, in Round Rock, Texas, and I'm anywhere from the high 300s and up. Now, this was written, like I said, earlier this year, January 2024. Check this out. Another Samsung supplier chooses Round Rock as its U.S. headquarters. So do you see the trend? Do you see the momentum building up in Round Rock that more and more suppliers are going to be looking at Round Rock as a possible city to choose as its headquarters? And there's going to be there's going to be 150 suppliers, looking within an hour's, drive of the Taylor site. But Round Rock is building a lot of momentum for itself because of its really business-friendly environment. It's very as far as infrastructure, the roads are a lot better, comparatively slow from its neighbor Hutto. Now, for those of you who are my very visual people, because I know I am, let's take a look at the map. And this is Taylor, Texas, right? And here, highlighted in orange, is where they're building the semiconductor plant. Now, this little outline does not do it justice. I mean, this is the largest semiconductor plant in the U.S. that they're building. And everyone was thinking that Hutto, since it's a neighboring city, was going to be the next logical place for a lot more suppliers to set up shop. But as we just read, they just chose two major suppliers for Samsung, chose Round Rock, Texas as its headquarters. Let's find out why that was, because this is the mayor of Hutto, and he's speaking on this article that we were just reading and gives his thoughts. So this is Mike Snyder, right? We had a conversation last Thursday about sending council members to South Korea to help land Samsung suppliers in Hutto. There was a thought that South Korean companies do not know much about Hutto. That was a false narrative. They literally drive through Hutto on the way to Samsung, which we know is true because we just saw that If you're coming from Round Rock and you're going to Taylor, Texas, you have no choice but to go to Hutto because it's on the way. So why does Hutto have an issue getting Samsung suppliers? Quite simply, timing. We take too long to get back with people and we are not taking down the roadblocks. Assuming that we want some of these businesses to come to Hutto, we have to focus on a couple of key areas. The mega site is the example that keeps giving. We did literally nothing last year on the project and got so behind that we had some legal issues with a major tenant. Hutto made promises, wrote checks, if you will, that we couldn't cash. So if you need to move a company from South Korea to this area, would you come to Hutto knowing that we aren't getting road projects done timely? That we've had legal issues with current suppliers for not meeting deadlines? My guess is no. You wouldn't spend your time on Hutto. That is very unfortunate. We have got to focus on infrastructure items. We need to underpromise and overdeliver. We can't get too excited that we started a road a year late. People are watching. 79 flows very well until you hit Hutto. Our light timings are off. Rail crossings are crumbling. And like you hear from council members all the time, it's not our fault. It's the railroad's fault. It's TxDOT's fault. But both Taylor and Round Rock have the same railroad and same state organization called TxDOT. So why is it that Hutto has the issues? Now, I really love that he's taking ownership of the problem and he's addressing the problem. And I've heard Mike Snyder speak at the city updates that they give at the board, and he's a great guy. I think he has his head on the right way, and I love the fact that he's not taking he's not passing off the blame. He understands the problem, and then they need to fix it because they still have some opportunity because there's two major suppliers that chose Round Rock as its headquarters. But as we read in this article, there's over 100 suppliers that are planning to move here in this area within an hour's drive distance from Taylor, Texas. So there's still opportunity, but right now the momentum is going towards Round Rock. So what does this mean to you if you are a home buyer? If you're looking at Round Rock as a possible city to live in right now, as I'm filming this in March of 2024, this is still the ground level where you can still get into the market and it's affordable. There's new construction happening in Round Rock and in Georgetown at price points where you can get in. And especially if you're looking at new construction specifically, there are amazing incentives to help with those interest rates, help with the closing costs, and help maybe with some home upgrades if that's the road you want to go in. Now, if you're a home seller, this is even better for you because now you're going to see your home appreciation it's going to be protected because now that we have these major players moving in, that's going to make the whole city just flourish because anytime we have economic development, economic confidence that this area is going to continue to go in a positive direction, that's very good for all the homeowners in the area. So if you're a home buyer right now in 2024, Round Rock should seriously be on your radar because of what the news is saying and what's happening right now with Samsung and Round Rock in Taylor, Texas. So if you are looking to buy or sell here in the Austin area, let's set up a virtual discovery call. That way we can get some face-to-face time. It's very easy, very quick. It's the quickest way to get in touch with me. And we can come up with the game plan to see what our next move is going to be. But I'm super excited for Round Rock. Round Rock is an amazing place to live. There's so many things to do there. I have, if you check out my YouTube channel, I've done a lot of home tours. I've done some kind of vloggings for the city of Round Rock so you can kind of see what it looks like. It's an amazing little town. There's so many things to do as far as like trails to walk and restaurants to eat at. And I could see why Samsung chose Round Rock as its headquarters because, like I said, the infrastructure is there. They're business friendly and there's stuff to do. So if you're planning to move or you're interested in selling your home in Round Rock, I'll have all my information in the description below. Let's schedule a time to talk and let's get excited about what's happening in the future. Because again, this is just proof that there's so much momentum happening in the Austin area, and Samsung is going to continue to be a major player here in Williamson County. Okay, that's all I got for this video. I really appreciate you watching. Please hit that like button. Comment below if this is news to you, or you haven't, or you live in Round Rock and you've been seeing some of this construction or some of this momentum building up in your community. I would love to hear from you if you live in Round Rock. Please let me know in the comments. I appreciate you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.